Hey guys, I'm just going to explain to you really quickly about calories and fat loss and the deficit that you need. So first thing from this board, we're going to run through it, okay? So really quickly, let's pay attention to the top side of the board. So let's tilt this up a little bit. So here guys, you're going to see for men. For men, you're looking at your basic, what you need to understand is that you need a certain amount of calories to have a basic metabolic rate, which means basically your daily survival. So what you need to get through day to day. So the first thing you need to look at is for men, you need weighing 70 to 80 kg, you need roughly 2,200 calories. For girls, you need roughly 1,800 calories if you weigh around 55 to 65 kilos. Or if you're weighing a little bit heavier, 65 to 75 kilo girls, you want to be looking at around 1,900. That's the first thing to notice. If you're consistently eating that amount of calories day in, day out, and not doing any exercise, you're not going to see any fat loss. Exercise, so energy out, so using your calories through exercise, burns up to 200 to 600 calories in a session here at LB Fitness. So what you need to take note of is calories. Fat loss is a deficit in your calories. So for men, you want to be roughly looking at 2,200 to 2,100 calories if you're weighing around 70 to 80 kg. Girls, if you're weighing around 55 to 65 kilos, you want to be around a calorie deficit of around 1,600 calories. But what we need to take note of here, guys, before we move on, is energy in versus energy out is what happens for fat loss. So say, for example, you're eating around 3,000 calories here a day of pure crap food, and then you're exercising as well. That's 2,400 calories. So you're still, if you're in around this weight range, you're still over by 200 calories. 200 calories multiplied by roughly, say if you're doing that 5 days a week, is 1,000 calories. That goes straight into fat storage, okay? So moving on here, if you want fat loss to happen, you need to be in a bit of a deficit. So looking down here in the last minute of the video, the breakdown, what you need to take note of is for men, you want to be at least 200 calories deficit. If you're 200 calories deficit on 5 days a week, that equates to around 1,000 calories. If you do it on the weekend as well, that could be in a deficit of 1,400 calories. So that's what you're tapping into fat storage. That's how you're losing fat. So if we're looking here as well, the breakdown of your calories, 40% of them should be protein, 30% of them should be carbohydrates, and 30% of them should be fats. So once we move from this as well, guys, what you need to take into consideration if you're doing this week, day in, day out, and you're doing this calorie count day in, day out, that means you're in a deficit of roughly 1,000 to 1,400 calories by the end of the week. However, if you go binging at the weekend and you have just even 4 pints of Heineken, 4 pints of Heineken equates to 256 calories per pint. That's an extra 1,024 calories. So what we want to point out is that if you're going to binge and you add on a pizza on top of that, which is say at minimum 1,000 calories, check the back of the box, that's 2,000 calories you've just eaten in the space of a weekend. That means that you're putting that straight back at the fat storage and you've just outdone the negative that you had here of 1,200 to 1,400 calories. Okay? 1,000, so 200,000 calories, so that means you're still going to put on weight. So what we're trying to say is that's why we're emphasizing exercising 4 times a week. So if we work out the numbers of 500 calories, they burn 2,000 calories during the week by coming 4 times a week. That means you're outdoing that binge at the weekend and you're still going to get your fat loss. So hopefully that explains a little bit and you get a bit more sense from it. So what you want to be doing is stay consistent. Last point as well, plateauing. For the plateauing effect down here, it's no harm in having a cheat meal. So if you're eating 1,600 calories across the board, girls, Monday through to Sunday, and then on Sunday you have a bit of a cheat meal and you go up to 1,800 calories, that's a good thing as well. That can be considered a good thing because your body is kept guessing and then it's tapping into its fat storage during the week, and then at the end of the week, it's being challenged and throwing in more calories on top of it, so it's not really getting used to adapting to those 1,600 calories. Remember, your body wants to retain fat for nature purposes. So when you're coming around here, a cheat meal once a week is no problem. So hopefully that video helps you a little bit, guys.